Today we're going to talk about tonsillitis. But first, happy new month again, my people. I know today is 13th of April, right? But you know now, you know your girl. That's how I do my thing. I'm glad to be making this video today. Like I said, I want to talk about tonsillitis. This is because it is something that has, or that I know is quite common with children. So what I'm going to be showing you today is two schools of thought, and they are two professionals. I would like you to watch the next. There are three videos, but basically two themes, and I would like you to watch the two videos, listen carefully, and then determine. So before you watch the video, you're looking out for who has your best interest at heart, who has your child's best interest at heart, and who is more solution driven, who is more um, um, interested in your well-being generally, right? I'll leave that to you to answer. So it's a rhetorical question. I expect you to answer it by yourself, but in answering it, you definitely find peace for yourself. So at the end of the video, of course, I'll be here. We'll talk about it, and then I'll expect you to share your thoughts. But watch.
The tonsils can also be enlarged when they are frequently infected. They can grow big, so big that they'll be touching the structure called the uvula. When the mouth is open, you'd see the tonsil from the sides of the mouth, and they may be so big that they may be touching the uvula. In some cases, they're infected where you see either a coat of pus, something yellowish or creamy, over the tonsil, or you see them as spots. That's what's called tonsillitis. And commonly, these children will present with sore throat for those of them that can talk, or refusal of feeds. They'll be drooling saliva, or even hold food in their mouth. They will be running temperature. They'll have fever, usually very high, about 39 to 40 degrees centigrade in some cases. And a lot of them will refuse to eat or drink, so they may also be dehydrated. These are common presentations of tonsillitis, and they may have them so frequently. So when they present to us, we look at certain criteria to decide if it's time to remove these tonsils. Now, you have some cases where they've had over 7 episodes of sore throat in the last 1 year, or 5 or more episodes in the last 2 years, 3 or more episodes in the last 3 consecutive years. These are indications for removal of the tonsil. In some cases, you may have that they will have 1 episode that has persisted for over 2 weeks, keeping the child out of school or the parents out of work. That may also be an indication to remove the tonsil. You have some complications that may arise from the tonsillitis, like what we call the peritonsillar abscess, where they have a swelling or collection of pus around the tonsil, causing them difficulty in opening the mouth, refusal of foods, a lot of these other symptoms. And in that case, 1 episode alone with a history of recurrent tonsillitis is also an indication to remove the tonsil. Now, in some cases, these symptoms may also be seen in people that have other tonsillar diseases, such as cancer. They may present with similar symptoms. So it's appropriate that they're evaluated properly, especially in adults.
Happy, healthy childhood? No, I had tonsillitis as a child. You know what that immediately tells me? Allergy. Do you know what the tonsils are? The watchman at the gate. And if the watchman at the gate's being too noisy, do you shoot him? Because he's making so much noise up there on the wall. Do you just shoot him? Whew, what a relief. That watchman was making just too much noise. What's going to happen next? The enemy will take down your city. That's what your tonsils are. They're the watchmen at the gate. So if they're swollen, do you cut them out? What do you find out? Why are they swollen? So I say to parents when they say, my child, they want to take the adenoids out, they want to take the tonsils out, I say stop the allergen foods, check where you're living, that there's no mold or chemical exposure. And some parents say, that's going to be very hard. Well, you choose your hard. It's pretty hard for a child to go through that operation. Very painful. Obviously, they're put under general anaesthetic, but then your child's going to have a general anaesthetic. And how do they feel when they wake up? Now, to me, that's hard. It's like I didn't give my children sugar, so they did not have any tooth decay. And people say, oh, Barbara, they need a little sugar. Well, I tell you, it's hard when you meet a little 5-year-old boy and his teeth are rotting. Have you seen that? I've seen that a few times. You choose your hard. My children, they were very happy with their food. I used to make the dessert a couple of times a week. I'd use honey or maple syrup or dried fruit to sweeten.
All right. So what do you think? Let me know your thoughts in the comments, please. Right? I always ask for this, but if you don't give me, and you'll be giving me the feedback, and you'll be telling me, I don't think you're doing a good job. Like, put it in the comments. Help me, follow me now. But on a serious note, right? What did you think about that? I love that line. Choose your heart. For me, as a mom, I have chosen my heart, and my heart is, yes, I don't mind inconveniencing myself. I don't mind, my children may not like the methods right at this time, but I know that down the line they will pray for me, they will bless me, they would, be grateful to God that God used me to make their lives better. So I believe that God is not a wicked God. He doesn't box us into corners. No, He gives us free will, right? And we're able to make our own choices by ourselves. We can decide what we want to do, how we want to do it, when we want to do it. He doesn't force anybody. It's the devil who forces people. So it's up to you to decide on who you want to listen to, who you want to take health advice from. Personally, my story is, I was very frustrated at some point because I kept going to the hospital almost every month, and we were being treated for the same thing almost every month. And I got so concerned that, how come nobody is asking me, like, well, you were here last month, and why are you here again this time, right? Like, somebody should be interested in that, but nobody seemed to be, or nobody was, not seemed to be, nobody was, right? It was just always the same routine. You go, and then they tell you to go and do tests, and you do the test, and you come back, and they pack antibiotics and give you, and then you go and use the antibiotics, and then 1 month time again, you are back again. What pushed my button was the very last one I went for, and I spent about 2 or almost 3 hours in that hospital with Daddy. I was frustrated, I was so angry, and I made up my mind from Daddy, I'm not coming to this hospital. Another thing, God forgive me, but I've shared this with a couple of people. Even the doctor that was treating us, the chief medical director of that hospital, I would use name to cover their secrets. That man, I'm sorry, it looked like sickness himself. I'm sorry to be that blunt, but that's what it was, right? He wasn't looking healthy, he was fat, and he couldn't even walk well. So in my mind, I'm like, so this is the person that wants to prescribe health to me and my child. So, I mean, I made up my mind after that visit that no, I wasn't going to give my daughter antibiotics any longer, because I know that there's no drug that has no side effects. So I just decided no, I wasn't going to do that. And then I went through, a series of steps until I landed on the solution that works for us. So now, right, I mean, it still comes. And just like to corroborate what Barbara O'Neill said in that video, allergies, right? It is an allergy. It is an allergy. And if you recall my previous video, I explained how vaccines actually induce or actually cause these allergies, because you put some foreign proteins into the body recognizes it that, okay, so I've marked this now, this is danger. So whenever it sees that protein in the body again, it attacks it, and then it begins that you put the child on a lifelong sickness process, because every time, I mean, and these are foods that are normal. So for my my daughter, the last episode she had, we actually traced it. It was peanuts that she had. There was a peanut butter, and I think that peanut, well, I don't know, it's been there for a while, so probably it had I didn't even check it. That's my bad too, right? I mean, but she had that peanut, and then it was like 2 days after peanut butter. It was like 2 days after that, everything started again. So she's very correct when she says allergy. So you just have to find the allergy and remove it, right? Find the allergy, remove it, and then you will watch it and make sure that you control what these children do. Also, another thing that I've incorporated, right? We're not able to do it very frequently, but I'm trying to make sure that she does it, just regularly. Every day when you come back from school, rinse, do salt gargle, just do the salt rinse, and so that even if there's anything there, you already, it's more like preventive now, right? Preventive care. So even if anything comes up, you have taken care of it. It wouldn't result into sicknesses. So I'm going to be more aggressive with my daughter on that, because I really don't want to. I'm done with this tonsillitis of a thing. And I mean, nobody should come and tell me, why would I cut it off? Don't cut it off. Don't shoot the workman at the gate. That's what Barbara says, right? Choose your heart. My heart is, I rather take my time, go through what caused it, remove the trigger, and let's have our lives normal. So choose your heart, dear mom, dear dad. Choose your heart. Make sure that your heart is what is best for your child. So that's that about this video. Thank you so much for watching. I should also mention that I mean, I have nothing against medical doctors, right? Professional medical doctors. My only prayer and my desire is that they will see the light and they will pivot, right? They would move over. They would move off from that sickness management system, because that's what that is. That's what the training is. And I saw a video of one other doctor that was talking about what's called Okwe Famake, the guy that does food videos and all that, and she was saying, oh, he was attacking our training. He said that it's about that. Yes, it's about your training. If you don't know that, I'm sorry to be want to break bad news to you. It's about your training, and you need to lose all of that, right, and find what is right and follow the path of righteousness, really, so that you can bring about health to people. You've been deceived. Don't gloat on it, and don't stay too long on it. Move over to the good side and the side of God. I won't end this video without speaking about this. There's a lot going on around the world, right? There's a lot going on in Nigeria, and it's really bad, right? Most of the time, I'm heartbroken when I go through social media, just seeing killings here and there, and seeing such an incompetent government and all their shenanigans and all the rubbish and all the. I mean, I get so pissed off, right? But I believe that our change will come, right? I believe our change will come, and our change will come when the people are ready. When we're ready, we'll take back our country, right? I believe so. I strongly believe that. So let's keep doing what we can do. Don't support a person or people that are killing you, right? I mean, that doesn't make any sense. But I'll leave the choice to you. This is not a political video. This is a health video. So, if you're not healthy, how are you participate in anything that is going on around? So, that's that, Shao. Thank you so much for watching this video today. Please share it, and I pray that this month will be a beautiful one for you, for your family, for everything, and everyone around you. And I pray that God will continue to show you His mercy on every side. Thank you for watching my video today. Bye.